Well, it's always a tough dilemma. I'm always conscious of how many videos I'm creating and how long they are because I don't want to, you know, do too much. But at the same time, I know this is information you're going to need, and so I want to get through it. But I'm not doing you any service by doing it in a way that's kind of jumbled by trying to go too fast. And so I ought to relax a little bit more and just say, hey, there are more videos this time. Sorry. And so I'll try to be better at that as we wrap up this set. So what we've done now, we were going to test what we've done. So the server's still running, and I'm going to come in here and choose to donate to St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School. Now, it doesn't render, so obviously something's going wrong. I'll hit F12, and let's refresh to get a fresh. Well, now it did come up. That was interesting. I mean, I haven't started the server this again for a while. Oh, return outside of function. Donate page TSX. So do I have a return outside of the function? Oh, that was back when I got the previous error. Let me do a save all to make sure that I hadn't saved all. Okay, I'm going to stop the server. Not the server. I'm going to stop the page from running and then run again. npm run dev. Close that original page, and then I'll use this page instead. So I'm going to donate to this project. It does pop up. Good. I'm going to add $50 and add to cart. And sure enough, now the cart is showing up. Now if I continue browsing and I go to donate to this project and I add in $100 and add to cart, then it shows up as a line item as well. Now if I continue browsing and I go back to the St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School and I decide I'm going to donate $200. Now I put 50 in before. What did we tell it to do if it detects it's the same project ID? When I add to cart, rather than adding another line for St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School, it updates the amount. All right. Very cool. Now we can add for each of these items pretty simply a remove button. And so I'm going to come back to my code, and so for each item as we go through and map out in our cart page, as we map each of these items out, let's see. So after we've printed out this is the project name and the donation amount. I've been talking too much this morning. Button on click. So we can add a button that allows them. So let me make the button first. I think this makes more sense. That says remove. Well, what's the functionality of the remove button? So on click, what I'm going to do is where is our remove? We created a function for it. So on the click, I'm going to call that function remove from cart. We made that ability in the cart context file to remove from cart. But cart page initially isn't going to recognize it. It has to come in through this use cart. So I say, well, one of the things we want there is the cart. And then I also want to get the remove from cart. All right, so that's just a prettier fix. And then here, I can call that remove from cart and pass to it. What did it want passed to it? It said, if you're going to remove from the cart, I need to know what the project ID is. And so here, as I call this remove from cart method, I can pass to it the item.project ID. All right, I save that, and now at the end of every project, there's going to be a remove button. And if I click on that remove button, it's going to go remove that item from the cart. Now, that was interesting. I don't know if you noticed that. Let me go in here again. I'm going to add that to the cart. Now, I thought I clicked on the first one. Maybe I didn't. Let's try this again. So I'm clicking to remove St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School, and yet it's removing the next item. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. And yet again, this is not in my notes. This did not happen before when I was doing this. So let's see. Let me try this. So we've got now $100 there. If I remove that one, okay, so there's something wrong in the way I've done these buttons. We're getting the project ID, and then we're going to pass that project ID to be removed. To me, this is a little bit strange. I don't know if it is to you as well. Because the project ID there, we're going to call remove from cart. So let's go look on the remove to carts from cart side. It's getting the project ID. Oh, this comes back to my filter. Ah. So I was wrong. It should be a not equals to. We're going to go look because, and I could have tested this by the way. Let's go back to our page. Because if I'd added 3, so let's do 50, add to cart, continue browsing, donate 100, add to cart, continue browsing, and then we go to this one and say donate, and say 150, add to cart. Now, when I remove one, so let's say I want to remove this one, it's going to remove the other 2, which means it's opposite of what I'm doing. So I got the filter wrong. My notes were right. I apologize to my past self for that mistake. That should be a not equals equals on the remove from cart. Okay, let's save all. Try this again. So now, if I continue browsing, I add the 100 here. And then continue browsing. I go back to the St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School, add to cart. Then when I can click on here, it'll remove that entry. Okay, I feel much better. So that cart now, as we continue browsing, is just being passed from place to place. And in fact, one of the things we can do is, on this page, you know how sometimes we have a summary up here of a cart? We can add that in easily because the information in that cart is available on this page because of the way that we've structured it. So let's see if we can do this quickly. I'll just go into the projects page, and I'm going to add, well, let's build it as a component to try that out. So in the components folder, new file, I'll call it cart summary .tsx. And I think I'll do this separately in a separate video to keep it contained, just looking at the clock. Let's build our cart summary. We'll add it to the projects page, and then we'll recap and we'll be done. All right, Spencer out.